Oh, hello guys. I hope that we are live and that this is working. Uh, I hope that you can hear me too. So, my name is Marco, and welcome to one of our, let's say, first coffee breaks that we're going to have. This is kind of like a attempt to socialize with you guys more, to hear your feedbacks, and if everything works, correctly, I think we can have these kind of talks every week, or every 2 weeks. Anyway, the topics for today are basically, Blocksplit. Blocksplit, that's the conference that, Aman and I went, and we're going to talk about some, NFT features and planning and stuff like that. So let me immediately add Aman to the stream. Oh, hello, man. How are you?
Hey, hello, hi Marco. I'm good. And hello, community. How are you guys? I
So,
hope everything is being good.
yeah, it seems that we also have some people here. This is amazing. But yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
any topic that you want to start immediately, or we can start with the best one, which is Block Split 3.
Oh, okay. So for you, it's Blocksplit 3. For me, it was the bridge.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, if you want, okay, let's start with the bridge. I mean, this is one of our products, kinda, that we have released for AlphaNet, will release for mainnet, and yeah, let's talk about it. I think you have definitely to say something about it, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So guys, have an interesting news, a really amazing news. So we have basically passed the test audit by chain salting. That means our bridge, which we presented 2 weeks ago, is completely safe to use. There's no chance of any exploit, and it is safe for you to transfer your ERC20 CAPS token to the native side, which is the Ternoa network. And basically, talking a bit about chain salting, it is a German company, 6 years in the business. Since for the last 6 years, they've worked with a lot of big projects like MakerDAO, 1inch, and they've had no complaint of exploit. They haven't seen any exploit. So for me, this is the biggest news for today, and we make the reports public today at 5 p.m. CET, 17 o'clock CET. So do remember to check the report. It's going to be published on all of our social media channels. There'll be a link provided, of course. And yeah, for me, that's like the best news for today. And of course, I mean, Croatia Blocksplit was amazing. But I also had, just want to quickly thank Marco and the other developers in the team. It's a fantastic job, guys.
Yeah, and immediately I need to correct you. It's CEST.
It's
Summertime,
CEST,
man.
yes.
It's
It's summertime,
summertime.
true, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we already have some comments like from Joris94. Hello, Joris. So the question is when the bridge is going to be live on mainnet. The answer is next week.
Yay!
Yeah. So the reason why, I mean, Aman already kind of explained it, but not in details. The reason why we didn't release, the bridge this week or last week is because we waited for the audits, and it takes time for the audit company to do the audit. Sometimes you need to wait like 3 or 4 months to actually get a slot. We did our best, like literally our best. Aman has researched, and he talked with like 5 or 6 different audit companies, and we find the right one, and we're kind of happy. They are happy with us. They went through the whole code and everything, and so no security issues. There were some minor issues, but they were basically no variable
Yeah,
namings and stuff like that, so not a security issue at all. But yeah,
yeah, exactly.
we fixed those on the same day, like in an hour, and they review it, and yeah, they're happy with us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to summarize for the new guys how the bridge works. Uh, Basically, no, there are a couple of ways how we can implement a bridge. One way is to have a centralized server with just one single node, and of course, hello. And if this node is offline, then of course the bridge doesn't work, and yeah, you're not going to be able to transfer your funds. Now, the second way is to actually have multiple nodes running, again centralized. But if the communication between those nodes, if it is not transparent, well, then you can really trust it, right? You can send 5,000 cabs and get 3,000 on the destination chain, and then you're going to be unhappy. And the third option that we have is we have multiple nodes and they talk with each other using transactions and extrinsics, so everything is fully transparent and you can see what's happening. Our bridge is a two-way bridge. Goes from Ethereum to Substrate and from Substrate to Ethereum. You can already test it on the AlphaNet. It's connected with the AlphaNet network and I think the RingPi or Kovan network test network. But yeah, anyway, if you have the chance, please test it. I think it's wonderful. Thank you to developers who made it, to Raleigh, to Simon, and to the front-end guys who made the amazing design.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like Captain Tsubasa has said, don't hesitate, ask any question. Okay, this is basically the coffee time where you can ask about anything that we know about. Please, no political questions or stuff like that. It's kind of not really something for us. And if you want to join us on the panel right now, leave a comment below. I will send you the link to this podcast, and you'll join us and talk directly with us. If you don't like to type, of course. Anyway, yeah. Anything more to say about the bridge?
Well, yeah, just to add, to the point where you mentioned about the security. I mean, I must say that at Ternoa, we take this really seriously, and it's security audit is first layer, and then it's the first layer, and then the second layer is we are also waiting for the pen testing results. We've also submitted the infrastructure code to an audit company, and they are reviewing it, and we are expecting the results to be available on Monday. We are super positive about it, that the outcomes are going to be as perfect as the audit. So guys, keep your eyes open. There's definitely going to be a communication also for this. Yeah, basically that's all I think on the bridge and the security.
Yeah, so hello Joris94 again. So when can you be available on the AlphaNet? Right now. I mean, you can be a validator, I think, since last week or 2 weeks ago. So yeah, feel free, be a validator. I think we only have one external validator. I forgot the name of the node, but yeah, you can be if you want right now. Okay. So yeah, so let's start then with, at least to me, the most important topic. That's Blocksplit 3. So I will give you some couple of details about what Blocksplit is and why we went there. Basically, it's kind of a Balkan blockchain conference that happened in Croatia in the city which is named Split. It was this week. The conference days were Tuesday and Wednesday. There were some workshops on Monday, and basically it was about blockchain. Surprise, right? Aman and me went there and we had a really amazing time in Split and on the conference too. We learned a lot and we tried to see what we can do better, and we realized that we really need to have those kind of talks with you guys where we have some kind of interactive conversation and where we talk about who we are, what we do, and about some general stuff, and where you can ask questions. Yeah, there were some really interesting presentations. To me, the NFT presentation, which was run by the main guy in Remark. I think his last name is Schwartz. He did a really amazing presentation about the future of NFTs, especially in the gaming industry, on what you can do and what you will be able to do. And yeah, the second best for me was the marketing 3.0, where they showed us how Web3 marketing should look like. It's a bit different than the marketing for Web 2.0, because yeah, you need to be more in focus with the community and be there for them. What are your feelings, Aman? What do you think about Blocksplit?
Well, the first thing that I want to ask, I want to start with the question. It's a fact, I want to share a fact with the community. Guys, do you know who invented tie? So, the Marco is wearing a pink tie. Do you know who invented? I mean, you can write your answers in the comment. We'll come back to this later. Talking about Split, it was fantastic. It's a beautiful place. I would recommend everyone to go there. Oh, nice, Alex Man 0 Croatians. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, basically Croatians invented tie, and that's why you always see Marco sporting a tie. And it's a really good invention. That's cool. And you look beautiful, Marco.
As always, thank you.
As always, yeah. Yeah, Split, a beautiful place. I think there were so many good projects at the conference, a lot of presentations, a lot of talks we had with people. There were projects who are building on Polkadot, who know a lot about Ternoa. They've been following Ternoa since quite a lot. There are a couple of them who want to build on Ternoa as well. So, we are going to formally start the conversation with them. And basically, the other thing, as Marco mentioned, the marketing, because we think that, there's still some gap on how, we put Ternoa out in the market. So, the industry in itself, everyone is learning and growing at the same time, because there's industry is moving so fast, that things are happening so fast. People are still trying to figure out how to do things. So I think it's the same case with us, but we know in a way that, okay, we have this product, and we have to put it out in this way. But more, how often we have to do that now is the question. Now that's what we are trying to do. And also we learned, some of the things about community building, what are the best practices, and, how we should involve the community more and more in terms of, that's a beautiful time ecosystem. Thanks. So yeah, how we can involve community in ideation phase and the development phase of our features, of our product, because at the end, community supports us. Community is the one who are using our products more and more, and they are better advocates of letting us know what's good, what's bad, what fits, what doesn't fit. So I think this is one of the approach that is new, and that's what we're gonna take. And I think this is what we have started today with the coffee chat. Yeah, that's my feeling. It was wonderful being there. Food was amazing, seafood, and yeah, it was a good way to meet people in the industry as well.
Yeah, definitely. I love the city. It's really chill, and all the days were sunny, which is super important when you go to a city on a coastline. We actually did had some spare time to check the sea and to swim a bit. Sadly, Aman is not the best swimmer in the world, so we didn't spend too much time in the water, in the sea. But yeah, we also tried some really amazing ice cream. Aman said that it's the second best ice cream in the world, just after ice cream shop in Venice, right? Or in Hamburg?
Yeah, in Venice.
In Venice, yeah. So yeah, definitely, guys, come to Split, see the amazing city, try the ice cream stand. If you see a queue before ice cream stand, yeah, go there. That's the ice cream place that you want to be.
Yeah.
We also, besides being on the seminars or presentations, we also talk with our colleagues in the blockchain industry. I think Aman, you had a really interesting talk with the guy from Kilt. Is that the name of the company? Can you tell
Yeah,
can you tell us more about it?
Kilt protocol. So basically, what they're doing is they are bringing in digital identity. They are doing really good. They have a couple of products like social KYC. They have DID, digital identity. It's really interesting to see what they're doing, and this can also solve an issue of bringing vast majority of people to the blockchain to use more products on this side of the web, which is Web3, because users have been complaining, and I mean we also know that the user experience hasn't been one of the best because it's kind of difficult to convert the technicality to a beautiful user flow. But I think people are getting there. There are a lot of projects in the space who are trying to solve this issue. So yeah, Kilt protocol. Then we also had a word with ChainSafe, the guys who basically is an R&D company. They basically have smart contract repos already built on Ethereum side for the bridge. They also do the decentralized storage, and they also have a gaming SDK. So it was quite a good interaction with them. And there were a couple of others like the football club and gaming in the gaming space. Overall, fantastic time.
Yeah, definitely. So, hello, Joris94. Seems like we're going to be best friends, the best friends. So, right now there is no official documentation for AlphaNet regarding anything, I think. But you have, a really good guideline on how to be a validator for the testnet. It's kind of the same for the AlphaNet. And next week, I'm going to host a workshop, which is probably going to be like 1 or 2 hours long, where I'm going to explain literally the whole process, from starting a node, from setting up a VM and, setting up staking and everything. So if you're really into being a validator, stay tuned for next week. I'm going to present you an amazing workshop, and yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
guys, don't forget.
Just gonna add, sorry, Marco.
Yep.
Just gonna add that there's gonna be a communication on our social media channels, so please follow our social media channels and keep your eyes and ears open, definitely. And please don't miss this workshop.
Yeah, and Captain Tsubasa, don't forget to tell them if they want to join this call, they can. They just need you guys, right? I want to join this call, and we will send you a link, and you can directly talk with us. This is the purpose of this coffee talk, to you being with us, asking directly your questions. Please, if you're going to join us, or if you're typing in the comments, be polite, okay? And constructive, okay? Otherwise, we will be kind of force you to remove, but that's kind of normal. Okay, I want to just mention one more thing about blockchain split. This is not going to be the only conference that we're going to go. We are talking with board members to see what next conference we're going to go, and definitely we will tweet it and provide you all the necessary information upfront. So guys, if you want to see us maybe in Berlin or Paris or Madrid, you can, if there's a conference there. Also, we will try to see if it is possible to have some kind of gathering with you guys, to have a beer, or I don't know, for a drink or for it, where we can discuss more in personal things that you want to know, and to basically build a relationship. But okay. I think that's about it about Blocksplit. You want to add a few more things about it?
No, I just wanted to add. I mean, the only word I know in French, but not the only word I know in French. It's like a rendezvous. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, guys, this is what we are planning. We are planning, meetups in different cities around Europe and around the world. And this is something we're going to start really soon. We are working on the structure of it, where we can have drinks, we can have food. We discuss about the Ternoa, we discuss about features, we discuss about other projects, and everything basically.
Yeah.
Thanks. I knew it. Cool. Merci.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what we can start right now. I mean, there are quite a lot of topics that we can discuss. But let's start with the first coffee topic, and that's the future of communication and interaction between you guys and us. I think you're already seeing let's say the fruits of what we are planning and what we want to do, and basically have more direct communication with you, more casual, definitely. I know that Telegram and Discord and all those channels and Twitter are really great, especially to express your feelings. But sometimes you need to have a bit more direct line. Sadly, we don't have the time to be on Telegram 8 hours per day, and the same for Discord. And that's why we'll make sure that we at least dedicate half an hour, 1 hour per week for you guys, to be there for you, and just to talk with you. This is the first step. We have these coffee sessions, like Aman has mentioned. The next step is to have some kind of meetings around the world or in Europe. We will see, depending on how many people are going to be available for those kind of things. This will be then even more personal, and we then of course will discuss maybe business stuff, maybe casual stuff. We will see. Again, this is all in progress. We need to talk with a lot of dev members to see if any of them will be free for those kind of things, because they're really hardworking. The whole blockchain team and fraud team, basically anyone to know, is giving them their best to produce the results that you're looking for, guys. And of course, sometimes there are some drawbacks, not drawbacks, but problems and burdens, and we try to solve them as soon as possible. But yeah, of course, we're going to try to maybe have some interesting, let's say, games for you guys, where you can earn some really interesting prizes. We are still discussing on what okay.
So you
Okay.
put a salt on the wound,
Paradigm Zero. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your nickname, or if this is your real name. I apologize. Sadly, or for you, and happily for me, I don't really watch football. So I'm not really too depressed or too sad that we didn't win the World Cup. But being second is something to celebrate too, right? Being second is almost being first, almost. But yeah, like I said, I don't watch too much football, but I'm happy for my country, my team, to be second in the world in something positive. Usually we are second, but in the worst stuff. But yeah, whatever. Not going to go too much into political discussions. Anyway, Aman, you want to maybe add some maybe additional info about what we're going to plan in the future, the communication between them and us, the users and us?
Yeah, sure. Just a quick one here. We're gonna communicate this in advance. I know today was a bit too hodgepodge, a bit too quick, but yeah, this is these sessions and the meetups are always going to be planned well in advance, and the communication will be out there. And the most interesting thing, that Marco talked about is the way of giving back to the community. Prizes, and it can be anything, like we are still discussing, okay, what all things we can do. It's going to be really interactive. These sessions, the meetups, we're going to try to make it really, really interesting for all of you.
Yeah, of course, on the table there are always these interesting prizes, like Ternoa swag, t-shirts, pants, I don't know, whatever, shoes. Maybe
even
some
NFTs.
Yeah, NFTs. But something that I suggested, and we will see if this will happen, is let's have VIP golden ticket to one of our next meetings. I think this could be something super interesting to you guys, that one of you or two of you will get the chance to meet directly us and talk with us over a dinner or something like that, or maybe over a span of 2 or 3 days. But we will see. Like like Aman said, and like I said, we are still figuring out. This is something new for us, and we will try our best to be as close to you guys and to give you as much as we can. There are certain other ways how we can, communicate with you guys, and this is something that we need to discuss with our board members. And basically, it boils down to, you know, the features that we are discussing right now. We are internally discussing. We have 2 or 3 calls per week about them, but it might be interesting for us and for you guys to have those calls externally. Maybe not live stream and maybe some kind of private stream for certain amount of people, but we will see. We will try to bring this brainstorming about feature as close to you guys as possible, because I think, guys, you have definitely some amazing ideas, and some of the topics that we are discussing internally, they are quite hard to make it hard to solve in a way, because some of those features are not available anywhere at all. So we're kind of pioneering some of those let's say features, but the other one can be easy if you look it from a surface perspective. But when you dive deep and look at the edge cases, then you
Yeah.
get so many questions, and then you ask yourself, does this even make sense? You want to add something to that, Aman?
No, I think that's all.
Yeah, but I know we sound like a broken record, but all those things that we are saying right now, they're going to be told to you guys in advance. Okay, so just stay put and wait for a Twitter message or something, and yeah, probably going to say it in at least few days in advance, not like this, like few hours. But yeah, of course, we're going to have a couple of polls, right, where we want to know from you guys what would be the best time to have these coffee sessions. Again, this is for you and for us, and it doesn't make sense to have them like a Saturday 3 a.m. That would be nuts. But yeah, we will see. I will talk with Catherine Subasa to see how to create those polls, how to have this interaction with you. But you can expect to see this poll probably next week, at the beginning of week, not at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me open my trusty notepad and see. Yeah, so one of the features that we saw on the blockchain split, which was mentioned by the Schwartz guy, the Rimar guy, is the nested NFTs. We found that this feature is quite interesting, and if you want, we can talk about this feature right now, Aman. What do you think?
Yeah, we can. I mean, definitely.
Yeah, so let me at least tell you the gist of the feature. Basically, you have one type of grouping NFTs, and that's basically creating collection or groups. You can have, I don't know, 5, 10, or 15 NFTs in a collection / group. It doesn't really matter. But this nested NFT is kind of similar, let's say, functionality. But instead of grouping NFTs, you kind of put them under another NFT. So you have one root NFT, which can be anything, and then you can have 0 to, I don't know, unlimited NFTs under this NFT. So those NFTs are not owned by a person, they are owned by the root NFT. And if I knew how, okay, actually I can kind of draw it. I will do my best.
I think that'll be better. Yeah.
Diagram, yeah. So let me find online service for drawing. Let's see. Quick draw, edgy. No. Clacky. Oh my god, Clacky can work. Let's see if this will. So I will share my screen. I never have done before this on StreamYard or Twitch or wherever. But let's see. Chrome tab, window, Clacky. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think it should work. Yeah, Aman, can you see?
Yeah, I see it perfectly. Cool.
Yeah, okay. So in a nutshell, when you have a collection, It's basically an entity for itself. So you have a collection, and this collection has an ID, right? So I'll write CID for collection ID, and then you can put 0 or unlimited NFTs. Of course, it's never unlimited, it's unlimited. And then you have your NFTs in here. Okay, let's say we have 5 of them, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't really matter. And this is great, and you can have some kind of grouping functionality. Of course, different chains, different products, different marketplaces, they define collection their own way. Okay, but here we are talking about the most primitive way of expressing collections and basically groups, right? You're grouping your NFTs, and that's all. Or to be even more generic, you're grouping some items. Now this is a collection. It has its own pros and cons, but the feature that the Remark guys have is called nested NFTs. So instead of having this collection entity and having a collection ID, you have NFT. So this is an NFT. I'll write it down, NFT with ID, let's say 0. And then under this NFT, you have more NFTs. Okay, I apologize for my poor drawing skills, but you need to just bear with it. Okay, and then we have another NFT, and then another NFT, and then another, okay, of course, and so on, right? Now, the difference between the collection and this kind of grouping, I think it's obvious. So example would be, I'm going to give a gaming example. You can have under the root NFT a character, okay, and then the nested NFTs, they can be equipped like a sword, like a shield, like a pants. Now this is for the gaming use case. For for musical use case would be, you have as the root NFT album, and then you have songs in that album. And from other use cases, you can have like a folder-like structure. This is basically allowing you to have folder-like structures. Like, this can be the root folder. Let's say you're a doctor, you want to have your documentation about your patient, about their previous illnesses, right? And then you have this as a folder, and then you have the illness, like, I don't know, unless you got COVID, you have that, So there are multiple use cases where you can use this kind of nested structure, and it seems quite interesting, and we will have a discussion with you guys probably in the next couple of weeks, and we will, if this is going to be well received, we will implement this in phase 3, where we're going to have some advanced feature for NFTs. Okay, let's see. Yeah, exactly, Captain Tsubasa. I'm a different style of artist. I probably can sell this for millions of dollars, but since I'm a good person, I will just keep this to myself. Okay, yeah. So this is one way to have another way of grouping. In Ternoa or on the mainnet, you will see, at least for phase 2, this collection type of entity, because it's super useful when you want to just group NFTs. But in phase 3, which is going to happen after phase 2, we will try to have this nested structure. Again, it depends on how you're going to receive it. If you like this idea, then we're going to have it. If you absolutely hate it for I don't know what reason, then of course we will rethink our ideas and either delay it forever, or delayed for 2 or 3 phases, or completely just cancel it because you don't like it. Besides this, and the nested NFTs, we had an internal meeting, like in real life internal meeting like 2 weeks ago, and there are some couple of other ideas that we can have, like linked NFTs. So besides collection and nested NFTs, you can somehow link 2 or more NFTs in a triangle or whatever, and then you have this, like you parting you said, kind of NFTception, where you have nested NFTs and linked NFTs, and in collection they can be in collection but outside collection too, whatever, and it could get a really interesting scenario. But yeah, like I said before, From a surface perspective, this is super easy, super simple to understand. But when you go a bit deep down, more like at least one layer deeper, you can see some problems with some edge cases. But yeah, we will try to solve them, and we will try to communicate with you guys. Probably we're going to open on our GitHub issue where you can discuss this. The issue is probably going to be called NFT nesting. I'm going to write some, couple of sentences about what this NFT nesting is, how it could work, and then you can write, your use cases or the problems that you see with, this idea, and things like that. So this again another way for us to be open to you, to allow you to, discuss certain functionality that we plan to have or ideas. I understand that Telegram is a great place to discuss, and Discord too. But the problem with Telegram and Discord is your idea can get lost quite fast. So we can be discussing about this feature, and then a new guy comes and he talks about horses, or I don't know, about moons or stuff like that. And so the whole conversation is derailed. I think this is the correct term, derailed. So that's why I think GitHub could be a good place where we can create issues, and then you can discuss about your feelings about the feature. Even if you don't like it, you can write, I don't like this at all. You guys suck. I don't know, but please be productive, okay? Because in that way we can improve ourselves. We can give we can in a way you can help us to build a better network, and we will try our best to acknowledge that, and to give back you helping us in one way or the other way. Okay, so this is one of the features that the Remark guys have. The other feature is, I think, called NFT. Oh my god, I forgot. Do you remember, Aman? So one is NFT nesting and the other one is NFT.
Well, it's related to NFT nesting. It's not a separate feature. It's basically how you can, the triangle that you created. It's just like it's exactly this, where you can attach two or more parent NFTs, and then you have nested NFTs under them. And I think what I want to focus here is, I hope that the community understands, the example you gave. I hope it was clear. It's a really good feature to have, and it will definitely take us some time, because it's not that easy to implement. And we see a lot of usefulness in the gaming industry, in the medical industry, also in the how do you say, law, and judicial firms and stuff, where the information is added on, or if you have a deed paper, you have to sometimes make amendments to it, then you have to add some more information. But in general practice, what you do is you cancel the old paper, and then you create a new one, and people what they can do is they can change, because the language that is used in these property paper or deed paper or whatever, these things, it can be really tricky and hard to understand for a normal person. So this basically, having this sort of a nested NFT structure can end issues happening because of this, because you have a parent NFT which contains the original draft, and then you have additions or subtractions or whatever changes were made in the NFTs below. So this is a really good feature, and we are looking forward to implement it. We have a lot of use cases. There are a couple of projects building on Ternoa who would definitely require this feature. We've also discussed it internally, and and as Marco said, we will wait for your input as well.
Yeah, I kind of need to stop you, because they are telling me that we need to end this session quite soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize, man. And guys too.
No,
Uh,
no worries.
we kind of have a deadline, and we have some internal meetings to do after this, and we kind of, the original goal. Hey, hi, Micah Ternoa, Mika Ternoa. We kind
Mika
of
Ternoa.
ending, yeah, we kind of ending this, call. So basically, the original goal was to have a 30 minutes, call just to see and test this, like a pilot project to see if it works. But I think we have a lot of things to talk about, and we are definitely going to have more sessions, more coffee breaks, and
Yeah.
I hope that you like this. You can, you can talk with us directly on Telegram, at least to me. Usually my name is, I think, Marco underscore Ternoa or Ternoa underscore Marco, and you can ping me about whatever you want. But again, be polite, and yeah, that's all. We can, wait, like 2 or 3 more minutes if there are some additional comments, and then basically we will end. Just before we go to the comments, next week we are probably going to have another coffee session. We will talk with our support guys, our support team, and our educator team to see what would be the best time for that, so that you guys can be there for us and we can be there for you. And please don't be shy. If you want to talk directly with us, just drop a comment. I will send you the link to this stream, and you can talk with us directly, be part of the panel, right? This is the goal, to be here, you guys here with us now digitally, and in the future physically too, face to face. Okay, yeah, so let's wait 2 more minutes. And
Yeah, guys, please shoot in your questions if there are any.
Literally any
Or suggestions.
questions. Or suggestions too, yeah. I mean,
And
like
there are no stupid questions.
They are stupid questions, but
Well,
let's not kid
just,
ourselves.
yeah, no, there are no stupid questions. Let's just say.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, as you saw, guys, this is going to, like, I mean, this coffee break was quite casual. We will try to keep it as casual as possible and as smooth as possible. We're going to have in the future some interesting guests too, because I'm just a blockchain dev. Aman is just a product manager. We don't cover the whole Ternoa company. We don't know all the products that we have. Some of course, we will try to see if our colleagues will have time for this. But I hope they will, and I hope they will join us for some either technical talks or for some casual talks about, I don't know, like tea. Do you drink tea with milk or without milk? Stuff like that. So yeah. Okay. So as far as I can see, there are no questions. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Slack, whatever, and ping us if you have any questions. Yeah, man.
Can you do or can I do the please likes, subscribe, and
you can
follow our channel? Always wanted to do that on live stream because I've seen some people doing it.
So please like, subscribe, ring the bell. I think this is a YouTube term. And see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Live long
see you
and
guys
prosper.
next week. Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much.